Today's class is based on the Gospel according to Matthew chapter 20 verses 1 to 17. The topic of the class is centered around a parable about the landlord of a vineyard who appoints workers at different times of a day and later gives the same wage. Now, what is a parable? It means a story with a moral or a lesson. From your childhood days, you might have heard bedtime stories from your mothers and grandparents, and now also we like to hear such stories which give lessons. The story goes on like this. Once a landlord went to a marketplace to recruit workers to work in his vineyard. That is, in the early morning, he goes. And even though he has got a manager, he doesn't send his manager, but he himself goes. Here we should know the time, because the landlord had gone to the market early morning. So in the early morning, he finds a group of workers in the market assembled there, and he appoints these workers and asks them to go to the vineyard to work. And the wage is also fixed. The wage is 1 denarius. 1 denarius means a Roman silver coin. So a group of, that is a batch of workers are in the vineyard working there. And then at the third hour, 6th hour and the 9th hour, he visits the landlord visits the marketplace, and again he appoints the workers to his vineyard. So the fourth batch of workers, they are in the vineyard, and then at the 11th hour he again, that is the landlord again goes to the vineyard, and he sees some people, some laborers working over there, standing over there without a job. That you can find in verses 6 and 7. Matthew 20 verses 6 and 7, you find so many people jobless are there in that marketplace. So he asked, why you are standing here idle? They told, we don't have any work. So he told them that I will provide you work. You can go to the vineyard and you can go there for work. So that is at the 11th hour. As per the tradition of the working time schedule, it was 12 hours for a worker to work. So it was, you have to remember that it was the 11th hour. Just for 1 hour, these people are appointed as laborers. So after the day's work is over, the landlord asked his manager to go and tell the laborers that the last labor group set of laborers should go and collect the wage. So that is the famous phrase. That is, according to the verse 8, you can read like this: call the laborers and give them their wages, beginning with the last to first. So the last set of workers received a denarius, and when it was the turn of the first set of laborers, they thought that they would get more. But they were also given 1 denarius. So these workers were not at all satisfied. They grumbled, murmured, and they started, they were not at all happy. They were arguing with the landlord. So the landlord told them that it is according to the rule and tradition that I have given you this 1 denarius. Now you cannot complain, because I had earlier told you, when I appointed you, I had earlier fixed the wage, and you have also consented to that wage. So you should not grumble here. You can leave at once. So here they were telling that we have worked hard in the scorching sun, so you should give us more. But the landlord was not willing to give them more, but that is the landlord told the group that you cannot argue with me again, now you can go. So this is he, in his own words, we find that he says like this: I wish to give the last man the same wage as you all, and it is lawful for me to do what I wish, I will do. So this is the famous phrase that we come across in this book. So the last will be the first, and the first last. For many are called, but few chosen. Now we have to think about who are the real 11-hour workers. They represent the people who have wasted their youth, then who have not lived properly, and they have also, that is the 11-hour, we are talking about the 11-hour people, that is the bedridden people who have lost their faith in the power of God and so on. So this is represented like this, that is the 11-hour people are those people who have lost their faith, but they have come back understanding the love and affection of the power, and they have started believing in the God. So here, now the last part of my classes, here in this parable, Jesus says that any laborer who accepts the invitation to work in the vineyard represents the kingdom of heaven. No matter how late in the day, he will receive an equal reward with those who have been faithful throughout their life. Here ends the class for today. Thank you. Today's activity is centered around the class that we have just heard. The theme is Matthew 21 to 17. The activity that I have planned for you is poster making. Being senior students, you all know the art of poster making at school and college, and I have planned a poster stating the essence of the above said parable. And you can also add to this, you can also read the Bible from 1 to 17, and you select the important verse that you are attracted, and you can prepare a similar poster stating the verse and the words. So, okay, students, you can use a chart paper and bright colors so that your activity becomes more beautiful and attractive. Thank you.